you have a very much of an everyman image where you're like an average Joe, you're a basketball fan and so forth. But the truth is, you have a lot of technology background, a lot of sophisticated financial background. So you haven't kind of portrayed that the way, Bill Gates is seen as a technology guy and maybe Jeff Bezos is, but you have a lot of technology knowledge, which you don't kind of advertise as much, but clearly you know the technology world pretty well.
I put in the time, right? When I worked at Your Business Software before I got fired, it became very clear to me that when it came to technology, there were two types of people. There were the people who created the technology, and then there was everybody else. And I was tied with everybody else in terms of knowledge of any new technology that came out. And if I put in the time and put in the effort to learn about that technology, no matter what it was, I was going to move ahead of the 99%, maybe never catch the person or the people who created the tech, but I'd be ahead of everybody else. And that's always been my mantra. And I try to stick to that today.
So as you are talking to us today, you have many different businesses, but you have a big investment business, and you've said publicly that you're a gigantic investor in Amazon and Netflix and other companies. And do you just have advisors that help advise you on these, or you just make your own decisions?
Pretty much make my own decisions. Yeah, I mean, I used to trade, as I mentioned, I used to trade a lot. I used to be very, very active as a trader. And, back in the 90s and early 2000s, there was a lot less money chasing more stocks. And now there's a lot more money chasing fewer stocks. So it's harder to trade and be successful. So I just stick to the companies I believe in. I've owned Netflix since it was 50, and Amazon I was buying between 500 and 700, and actually bought some more in the high thousands, just under 2,000. And I've got some scattered things, beyond that I've owned over the years that I've held on to. But I no longer trade. That Fed put is strong. That Fed inflation of financial assets kind of gives us a tailwind.